So in yesterday's session, we have discussed what exactly the association and how to map the association between the two objects. What are the various types of associations are available in Salesforce? And what kind of fields are available, the field types are available in Salesforce to map the association we have discussed. Mapping the association between the two objects means mapping the association between the records exist inside those objects. What are the records that we have in two objects? Between those objects records, we can map the association. Like as we can make few records as parent records, and few records are the associated child records. To map the parent-child association between the records, we are using these relationships. In Salesforce, we are having totally 5 types of relationships are there: lookup, master detail, many-to-many, external lookup relationship, nothing but external object lookup relationship, and the hierarchical relationship. Now, sometimes in the interview point of view, they will raise a question: how many types of lookup relationships are available? You have to explain. We are having 2 types of lookup relationships. One is the normal lookup relationship, which we can able to map between the two objects which are available inside the same organization. Same organization means within the same Salesforce account itself. But sometimes, whenever your Salesforce application is integrated with a external system, at that time, we have to map the association between one object which is available inside the Salesforce organization, and the second object is associated with that another organization. So during that time, we have to use external object lookup relationship, and we have master detail, and we have hierarchical relationship, all these things. And whenever you are mapping the association between the two objects, the fundamental base rule is between those two objects, we should have a common column. We have to maintain a common column. That common column is acting as the bridge between these two objects, because there should be some reference should be required. So now that reference is nothing but the common column inside this. Now, so now by using that common column, we can able to map the association between the multiple records exist inside that objects. Then how to map this association? Now let's see. Now first we'll take up the lookup relationship. We will map the association between the two objects by using lookup, and then we'll see what are the various functionalities lookup relationship provides to you. Now, let's take the two objects in Salesforce which we have created. I'm having the position object and I'm having the hiring manager object. So now let me show you that the association between the two objects right now. What is the current association is there? I would like to use my schema builder. Go to the schema builder. Verify the association between these two objects right now. So now this is the hiring manager object and this is the position object. These two are independent right now. These two are not associated because there is no relation available between these two objects. This is independent, nothing but hiring manager is one independent, and then position is also another independent object right now. These are the two tables that we have. Now in these tables, I would like to have some records and I would like to map the association between these records. Now let's see here. So now let's map the association between these two objects right now. Then how to map the association, we'll see practically. Mapping the association means what? Creating one additional field inside the child object, which is referencing the parent object primary key field. Mapping the association between the two objects means we have to create a new common field inside that child object, which is referencing that parent object primary key field. Now, in order to map the association, we have to create one relationship field where on the child object. Why? Because is always we have to map the association from child to parent object. Okay, always we have to map the association from child to parent object always. We cannot map from parent to child. So that here we have to create that associationship field, nothing but the relationship field on the child object always. Now, so now that we have discussed clearly, upon mapping the association among the two objects, we have to create a common field in the child object which reference the parent object primary key field. Now, in our each and every Salesforce object, we are having one common field called as ID field. Now, that ID field is acting as the primary key field in each and every object. So, whenever you are going to be creating a child record, in that child record, we have to specify the parent record's ID. Okay, along with the child record details, we have to enter the parent record ID also, to which this child record has been associated. Now we'll see how to map this association between these two objects now. Now let's take a use case. Now create the association between the hiring manager and position object by using lookup relationship. So now we will see what is the various functionalities given by the lookup relationship. Now we will see practically here. Now the implementation. So now to map the association between the objects, we have to create a lookup relationship field on the child object. So then what is the parent object now here? The parent object is the hiring manager and the child object is position. So why I have considered this hiring manager as the parent and child as the position? Because hiring manager means what? The person who is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates for the position. Nothing but a recruiter. How many positions can able to handle by a recruiter? Recruiter can able to handle multiple positions also. Nothing but he is taking care of recruiting the candidates for the Java developer position. He is taking care of recruiting the candidates for some Salesforce position. He is taking care of recruiting the candidates for some Oracle position. He is taking care of recruiting the candidates for some testing position also. Nothing but what happened? One person is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates for the multiple position. Nothing but one hiring manager, multiple positions. Nothing but one parent, multiple childs. So that here I am going to be mapping that hiring manager as the parent and the position as the child. So now in our Salesforce, we don't have any such rules. Okay, we don't have any such rules. If the object name is starting with this particular name, this will be the parent. If the object name is starting with this one, he is the child. Not like that. There is no such rules in the industry. It purely depends upon the business. It purely depends upon the requirement. So that we have to analyze the requirement and then analyze the association, then map the association between those objects. There is no such rules in the industry that if the object name is starting with this name, this is the parent. If the object name is starting with this character, this will be the child. Not like that. There is no source. There is no rules. It purely depends upon the business based on our analysis. Now, so now here we have identified the parent object as the hiring manager and the child object as the position. So now what needs to be done here? For this one, we have to create a lookup relationship field on position object. We have to create a lookup relationship field on the position object. Then how to create this lookup relationship field on the position object? Now we'll see practically here. How to map the association, we'll see practically over here now. Now creating the lookup relationship field is also similar like as creating a normal field. But some additional steps may be there, but it will be like as a normal creation fields only here. Now, let's see how can we map the association between the two fields by using, between the two objects by using lookup relationship. Now, let's take these two associations. Now we are having the hiring manager and we are having the position. So now where we need to create that relationship field and the hiring manager are on position, on position. So because here, whenever you are mapping the relationship between the two objects, always we have to map the association from child to parent, not from parent to child. For that, we have to create the association field on the child object always. Now, hence, relationship should be always mapping from child to parent. So that we have to create that relationship field on the child object. Now in my case, my child object is nothing but the position. On this position object, I have to create a relationship field right now. Now let's see how can we create this relationship field. Now we'll see practically here. Now, these are the two objects that we have right now, hiring manager and the position object is there. Let's go to your objects right now. In my hiring manager, do we have any records are there? We don't have any records. The records is 0. Nothing but yesterday only we have created this object. When you go to the position object, we are having few records are available. So we are having few records are available. Now this object we have created sometime before, and then we have stored some records also inside this object. Nothing but we are having some ready-made already records are available inside the child object. Now on this particular child object, we are going to be mapping the association right now. Nothing but what happened, I am creating the association between the two objects, one subject and the records are already there. If the records are already there in the object, then I am going to be mapping the association here. Now let's see, will it be possible or not? Now, in order to map the association between the two objects, we have to create that relationship field in the child object. Now let's go to the child object, that is position. Go to that first.com quick access menu. Click on view fields. A set of fields are available right now, which we have created in the past. Click on new button to create a new relationship field. So now previously we have discussed auto number field and the checkbox, currency, date, time, everything. So now when coming to this case, you will be having some relationship fields are there. Lookup relationship field, master detail relationship field, and the external lookup relationship field. So these are the various types of relationship fields are available to you. Now, I want to map the lookup relationship between the two objects. So that select the field type as lookup relationship. Now I am creating a new field which is of type a relationship type, that is also especially that is a lookup relationship type. Now select this particular field type, lookup relationship. Go to the next button. Now select the parent object to which this child record has to be get associated. For that, whenever you are creating a new child record, then it has to be referenced to a parent record here. It has to be associated with a parent record. So for that here, what will be the parent object to which you want to map the association now? You want to map the association with account object, with contact, with a customer object, with hiring manager object. Which object with you want to map the association? Now, what is the parent object now? Select the parent object here. It is giving the indication that please select the parent object with which you want to map the association of position. Now it is populating all the objects to you inside this pick list. From this one, select your parent object with which you want to map the association. I want to map the association with an object called as hiring manager. Select that parent object name, hiring manager. Go to the next button. Specify the field name. Okay, specify the field name. So now I'm specifying that hiring manager. Okay, I'm specifying that name as some hiring manager. So now, when coming to the field, you are specifying some description, you're specifying some help text also. Now here, I don't want to specify any help text right now. Now, when coming to this fields, you will be having some additional fields are there. Required. This is the field. Now, this is the required checkbox is available. And then we are having the two radio buttons are available. The first radio button has been selected by default right now. So now observe this one here. I don't want to change any settings right now. I will come to this settings right now. Always requires a value in this field in order to save the record. Nothing but if you want to make this field as a mandatory field, we can able to select this required checkbox that you are aware of that. So now here you will be having two radio buttons are there. Clear the value of this field. You can't choose this option when you make the field required. Now observe this one here. By default, this first radio button has been selected right now. If I'm selecting this checkbox, then automatically this value has been swapped from the first radio button to second radio button automatically. So now what exactly is the functionality of selecting this first radio button? What exactly the functionality of selecting the second radio button? We'll see practically here. Now I don't want to change these options. I want to make it a rollback. Okay, I want to make it as the reverse, like as the previous one, the standard one. Now by default, it is selecting the checkbox called as clear the value of the field. Okay. Now this radio button has been selected here. Now I'm going with that next button. I'm not changing any settings right now. Once we have created the association, we will come back to here and we will see what exactly the functionality of this. Now go to the next button. Now as it is the remaining navigations. Now sir, make it visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Go to the next. Make it visible on the each and every layout and save it. Done. Your association is done. Now we have mapped the association. How do you know whether the association has been mapped? Now here, inside your position object fields, we have created one custom field called as with the name hiring manager, which is a lookup relationship field with an object called as hiring manager. So now hiring manager is the parent object and the position is the child object here. Now, observe this one. So now we have mapped that lookup association. Okay, we have mapped that lookup relationship. If you're mapping that lookup relationship, then what will be the functionality here? Now we'll see practically one by one. Now, come to the schema builder now. Just refresh your user interface. Observe what will happen. Now between these two objects, we have mapped the association here. Now this is the hiring manager. This is the position right now. Between these two objects, we have mapped the association right now. Nothing but these two objects are associated object right now here. So what is the relationship type here? Lookup relationship. Now from where to where? From position to hiring manager. Now we have mapped the association between this position and the hiring manager object by using lookup. where position is the child and the hiring manager is the parent. Now observe this one here. What kind of relationship it is? Now from hiring manager it is starting like as a single line. But when it reaches to that position, it will be providing like as many. Nothing but whenever you are mapping the lookup association between the two objects, it is mapping what kind of association? One to many association. Okay, one to many association. Nothing but each and every lookup association is going to be mapping one to many association between the records inside that object. Nothing but one parent record can have multiple child records. Okay, one parent record can have multiple child records. Now, this is the first observation we have done. Now let's see here. Now let's make a note of it, each and every point here. The observations. In that lookup association, our observations are the first one. Upon mapping lookup relationship between the two objects, it provides one to many association between the object records by default. That is, one parent record can have one or more child records. One parent record can have one or more child records. So now this is the first observation we have done. And now where we have created this relationship field on the position object. The position object is already holding some records or not? Yes. Because sometime before we have created that position object and there we have stored some records also. Nothing but whenever you are mapping the association between the two objects, we can able to map the lookup association even though if the child object is holding some records. Okay, even though the child object is holding some records inside this. This is the second observation we have done. We can map the lookup association. We can map the lookup association even though the child object contains the records. Even though the child object contains records. The third observation. Now let's come to your organization. Go to your position object fields. So now observe what happened here. When you go to that hiring manager, open any of the record or whatever. I'm creating a hiring manager record here. Click on new. I'm creating some recruiter details here. Like as some Srinivas Vemuri. I'm creating a new hiring manager record. He is from some Hyderabad. Email ID is some Srinivas at the rate some gmail.com. Now let's make it save. I have created that record here. Now what is the observation? Now observe. Let's see here. Whenever you are going to be creating a parent record, nothing but the hiring manager record, on that hiring manager records a detail page, it will be providing that related list. That is what position object will be adding as a related list on that parent record here. Nothing but child records will be getting visible to you. What are the various positions handled by this particular Srinivas memory? Everything we can able to track inside this. That flexibility is available to you. Now, this is the third observation. Make a note of it here. On each parent records detail page, it provides the child object as a related list, as a related list. That is, upon opening in hiring manager record, it will provide a related list with the name positions. Nothing but on each and every parent record detail page, it is providing that child object as a related list. Nothing but these are the various related records associated with this parent record right now. Now, the next one, the fourth observation. Now I'm having a parent record. Now let me create one more. I'm creating one more here. I'm displaying those record values. Go to the edit columns. You are aware of that. Hiring manager name and the location and the email ID and the contact number. All these four values I'm displaying inside my table. Now these are the values out there. I'm creating a new hiring manager record right now. One more. Like some Prashant, some A. Now the contact number. And the location is some Hyderabad. And the email ID is prashant@gmail.com. I'm creating one more. Now some Swati. Contact number, I'm entering some value. Location is some Bangalore. Email ID, some Swati@gmail.com. And I'm creating one more record. So now I'm creating one more record with the name some Paramesh Kumar. The contact number, some value, and location is some Chennai, and the email ID paramesh@gmail.com. Now click on save. Now totally we have created 4 records right now here. When you go to the hiring manager, we are having 4 parent records are available here. Now let's create some child records here. Now as an organization, in my organization, I'm working as a project manager. Now in my project, we are having some new open positions are available because I'm having totally some 10 members are there inside my team who are working on some Java development. But recently 2 members got resigned, so that I need to replace those 2 positions with some new resource. So that I'm going to be creating some new open positions inside my team so that the HR people can recruit the candidates for this position based on the skill set which I have mentioned inside that record. Now, in order to create that position record here, let's go to that position object, click on that positions tab, click on new button. Now select the record type, what type of record type that you are going to select. It may be non-IT or IT position record type, whatever. Now this is IT position related record type, so that I'm selecting IT position record type. Click on continue button. Now you have observed so many fields are available, but along with that you have identified a new field that is called as hiring manager. Nothing but there is a lookup field is available. Nothing but this symbol is going to be representing this is a lookup field. Okay, this symbol is representing this is a lookup field. Now as soon as when you click on this lookup field, it is providing all the parent records to you. Okay, all the parent records will be getting visible to you over here. Like as Paramesh Kumar, Swati, parent Prashant, and the Srinivas Vemuri, all the parent records. Nothing but all the hiring manager records will be getting visible to you over here. Now, so now by using this lookup icon, we can able to select any of the parent And then whenever you are selecting the parent, the parent's ID will be getting stored inside this field. Now we will see practically here. I am creating a new position record. Whenever I'm trying to be creating a position record, selecting the hiring manager is a mandatory option? No. Why? Because this field is looking like as a normal field. Nothing but when coming to the lookup association, this lookup field, nothing but selecting the parent is optional. You may select the parent, you may not select the parent. That's up to you. Depends upon your need. Nothing but while creating that child record inside that lookup association, selecting the parent is not mandatory. Okay, we can create that child records without selecting any parents also. That possibilities are available to you right now. Now, try to create this position record here. I'm creating the new position record with the name some automation tester. Automation tester. So now this is for the Chennai location. Number of openings are some 3. This is the new position right now. I'm giving the recruiter's email ID as some Swati @ some gmail.com. Yeah.
So the email ID, we should be able to pull this using the hiring manager, this new association that we have created, right?
Yeah, we can pull that here. I will show you that concept also. For that, we have to use a feature called as formula fields. Then how can we get the data through formula fields? We'll see practically also.
Okay.
Now, so now here I'm entering that recruiter's email ID and then specify the open date. And I'm giving the close date as this month, the 29th is the target date to close the position. Minimum pay is some 5 lakhs and the maximum budget is I'm giving some 9 lakhs. Now, from the candidates, we are expecting some job description and the skill set. Now require 4+ years experienced tester who can able to automate the test cases using QTP. Expert level skills in VBScript and frameworks. So now these are the various description that I have specified for the position, and the same skill set I'm expecting from the candidate also. So for that here, I'm specifying we need that 4+ years of experienced people in the testing domain where they should be able to automate that testing cases with the help of the QTP. By using that QTP, they can able to automate some test scripts and then they can able to do the manual functional testing. So now here I have specified this position description. So now whenever you are trying to be creating the child record, now this field, nothing but the hiring manager field is going to be referencing to which parent you want to make this child record to be get associated. Nothing but to which recruiter you want to assign this particular position record so that those people can able to take care of to recruit the candidates for the position. So now here selecting this field value is an optional because this is not looking like with that red color bar symbol. There is no red color bar symbol is available so that this is an optional field so that you may select the parent, you may not select the parent. Nothing but lookup field is not mandatory. Nothing but selecting the parent is not mandatory in lookup relationship. So this is one of the observation that we have done. Now, let's make a note of it here. The next observation is in lookup relationship, upon creating a child record, selecting the parent record is an optional. That is, lookup field is not a mandatory field. It is an optional. It is an optional field. So now selecting the parent is not mandatory. This is an optional field. Now, this is the one observation we have done. Now, let's see this one. So now I am going to be selecting some parent here. Without selecting the parent, also we can able to select this. You can able to save this child. Now let me save this child without selecting the parent here. Now click on Save button. Now my record has been saved successfully without selecting any parent record. Now when coming to this field here, now this field is empty, nothing but we haven't selected any value here. If you did not enter any value, then what will happen? It will be saving that value from that field value as null. If you did not enter any value, then by default this will be having that value as null. Now, so now in the later stages, now I would like to assign this position to one recruiter. Now let's see. Click on Edit button. Now select the parent record by using the lookup icon. I want to assign this responsibility of recruiting the candidates for the automation testing position to some Swati. I'm assigning to some Swati here. I'm selecting that parent record here. Now click on Save. Now observe this one. Observe a point over here. Whenever I'm going to be selecting the parent record, the name is getting displayed here. Then what it will store internally in the column? Will it store the name? No. Whenever you are going to be selecting the parent record, the parent record's ID, nothing but the 18 characters ID will be storing inside that field hiring manager. Nothing but what happened, whenever you are selecting any of the parent record, the selected parent record's 18 characters ID value will be storing inside that field. Okay, don't think it will be saving that name. Why? Because if I'm having the multiple recruiters are there with the name Swati, it will be difficult to understand. So which parent we have to consider? Like as we are having some two Swatis are there. One is from Hyderabad location, another Swati is from some Chennai location. Then how do we know whether this position has been is assigned to which Swati? To Hyderabad location Swati or the Chennai location Swati? It will be an ambiguity. So for that here, it won't save the name inside that field. It will be saving the ID of that record which you have selected. Please remember this point here. Now, I'm selecting that person called as recruiter person called as a Swati. Now click on Save. Whenever you are saving that record, then the record has been accepted for you. Now this is the Swati record here. We have selected that. Now let's go to your hiring manager record now. Open that Swati record. In that Swati record, it is providing one position record right now. Nothing but inside that my positions, it will be having one position called as automation tester. Nothing but when coming to the Swati, Swati is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates for the position that is automation tester. Nothing but what happened, whenever you are going to be adding a new child for a particular parent, that a child record we can able to see from that parent records related listed Swatis. Now automatically that new objects related list will be getting adding to that parent object. From there we can able to see what are the various position records are going to handling by this hiring manager. So now we can able to see all this information over here. Now let's see here. For example, when coming to my position record, now automation tester. This is the position record we have assigned to Swati right now here. Now let's just now I came to know that information that Swati has been resigned in my organization. Swati has been resigned. Today is the last working day. Okay, today is the last working day inside our organization here. Then what we can do? From tomorrow onwards, Swati will not be available in our organization. She is not the part of our organization from tomorrow onwards. But to close this particular position, we are having so much time is there. Nothing but till this 29th of this month is data available here. Then what we can do here? Do I need to ask her to close the position by today itself because you are going to be leaving the organization by today end of the day, so that here we have to recruit the candidates by today evening? No, it's not possible. So then what we can do here? So now Currently, I have assigned this position to the Swati. Now Swati is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates, but she got resigned 1.5 months back. She is serving the notice period since 1.5 months. Now, today is the last working day for her in our organization, so that from tomorrow onward she will not be available. So for that, what needs to be done? We have to assign this responsibility to somebody else inside that HR management team. So that here, instead of assigning this responsibility to the Swati, because Swati will not be available till the 29th of this month, because my position close date is 29. Till that time, Swati will not be available. So that here, I want to assign this responsibility to somebody else. Then what we can do? So now at that time, we can change that parent here. Instead of assigning this position record to Swati, change the parent here. Now currently Swati is the parent right now for this hiring manager for this position record. Now change that parent right now. Remove Swati, select a new parent here. Now I'm assigning to whom? Prashant. Now Prashant is available in our organization since very long time. Now so that here I want to assign to the Prashant right now. Nothing but what happened? From now onwards, Prashant is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidate for the position automation tester. So nothing but what happened? Previously the parent is Swati, but now the parent is Prashant. Nothing but what happened? When coming to the lookup association, it is allowing us to change the parent of the child record. Nothing but reparenting option is available by default. No need to enable any settings. Without enabling any settings, we can able to change the parent from one parent to another parent. That possibility is available here by default, which we have observed right now. Now, when you click on save button, previously it is holding that Swati records 18 characters ID. Now that ID will be replacing with that new parent record ID. Now we have selected that parent called as Prashanti A. Now the Prashant records ID will be storing inside that field automatically here. Now let's go to that hiring manager scene. I'm opening that hiring managers. We are having that Swati. Swati is not taking care of any positions right now. This list is empty, nothing but my positions list is empty because here she is not taking care of anything right now because we have changed that position record from Swati to the another person we have assigned. Nothing but the Prashant. So that go to that hiring manager right now and then open that Prashant record. Now the Prashant is going to be taking care of this position so that in that Prashant records related list, it will be providing this automation tester position record is available. Nothing but this is the parent who is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates for this particular automation tester. Nothing but these are the various child records associated with that parent record, Prashant. Prashant is the parent record and the automation tester is the child record right now. Now, so nothing but what happened here. Whenever you are going to be mapping the parent from one parent to another parent directly, we can able to map. Just go to that field, double click on the field, and then select the parent to which you want to assign. So nothing but what happened, without enabling any settings, directly we can able to change the parent of the child record also when coming to the lookup relationship. Now, this is one of the observation we have done. Now make a note of it here. So in that lookup association, we have observed reparenting option is available by default. That is, we can change the parent of a child record at any point of time. At any point of time. Okay. Reparenting option is available by default. Nothing but we can change the parent of a child record at any point of time. That is the next observation we have done. Now come to that here. When coming to the lookup relationships, how many lookup relationship fields we can able to have per object? We can have maximum of 40 lookup relationship fields per an object. This point is very, very important in the entry point of view as well as in the certification also. Now on an object, we can able to have maximum of 40 lookup relationship fields. Nothing but what happened, one object can be associated with the 40 parent objects. That is the maximum limitation here. See, mapping the relationship is nothing but creating a foreign key. In our general terminology, the people who are aware of the database concept, they can understand very clearly. Mapping the association means creating a foreign key field on that object. Now, when coming to the foreign key, it is referencing that parent object primary key field. The same thing is happening here also. Now, so now when coming to the lookup relationship, we can have maximum of 40 lookup relationship fields per an object. Nothing but one child record, one child object can be associated with maximum of 40 parent objects. Now we will see the next observation here. So now this is my parent here. So this is my child record. This is my parent record. Hiring manager is a parent, nothing but the Prashant here. Now I am going to be assigning the parents to the remaining position records also. Now let's open that Oracle developer position. For this one, there is no parent is available. Assign that parent. I'm assigning the parent as Srinivas Vemuri. Now let's save this one. Now I'm going to be assigning the parent for the remaining records also, manual tester. Assign the parent some Prashant. Now I'm having the position Salesforce administrator. I'm entering some value for the location, Bangalore, position status, and the number of positions are some 3. Recruiter's email ID, I'm entering some value. I'm assigning this position to one of the recruiter that is called as Paramesh Kumar. I'm entering some open date. Open date is today's date. Close date, I'm assigning as some 22nd. Minimum pay, I'm assigning some value. Maximum pay, I'm entering some value. For this position, we are having a travel option is required and the passport is also required. There is on-site opportunities available for this position. I'm giving that position description and the skills required, I'm entering that value. Now let's save this record here. So now I have modified this record values right now. Salesforce administrator position, this has been assigned to Paramesh. So now observe this one. Each record has been associated with some parent here. I'm having one more position record is also there, some Java developer here. Now for this Java developer, we haven't assigned any parent record right now. Now I'm assigning some parent here. Now I'm assigning to some Paramesh Kumar. The recruiter's email ID, I'm entering some value. And the number of openings are some 4. Location is for some Mumbai. Position status is some in progress. Open date, I'm assigning the 9th of this month. Close date is some 22nd. Minimum pay is some 10 lakhs. Maximum pay is some 20 lakhs. And the position description, I'm giving some Java developer. And then I'm saving this record now. So now whatever the positions are available, each and every position has been assigned to some recruiter right now here. Now let's see. When you go to the hiring manager, you're having that parent nothing but the hiring manager called as Prashant A. Now Prashant is going to be handling the recruiting the candidates for the 2 positions. One is a manual tester, second one is the automation tester. These are the 2 positions are having which can be handled by the person Prashant. Now If I'm deleting that parent record, nothing but Prashant record, then what about these child records here? Will it be existed as it is, or will it also will get removed automatically? Now we'll see practically here. So now when coming to the hiring manager, now I'm deleting this Prashant record right now. Delete the record by using the delete button. Click on delete. I have deleted that Prashant record. Now we are having only 3 records are there inside my hiring manager object. One is Paramesh, second one is Srinivas, third one is Swati. Now when you go to that recycle bin, inside that recycle bin you can able to find that Prashant record. Nothing but Prashant record has been removed right now. Now, nothing but parent record has been deleted. If the parent record is associated with any child record, then what about those childs? Now go to that positions. Now Prashant is going to be handling 2 positions. One is a manual tester, second one is an automation tester. Both the records are exist or not? Manual tester record is there, automation tester record is there. Nothing but what happened, what we have identified, whenever we are going to be removing the parent record, only the parent record will be getting removed, child records will not be removed, child record will be existed as it is. So now here is a point that we have observed when coming to the lookup association. Now make a note of it here. Upon removing the parent record, child records will not be removed. Child records will be exist as it is. Child records will be exist as it is. Nothing but in that lookup relationship that we have identified, whenever you are deleting the parent record, only parent record will be getting removed, child record will not be getting removed. Child record will be existed as it is. But you can raise a question here at that time. If I am deleting that parent record, now while storing the child record is holding that parent record ID inside that field. Then what about this field value here? That field value will be getting clear. Now, in child record, parent record field get clear. Nothing but make it as null. In the child record, parent record field value will get clear. That is, hiring manager field value made it as null. Okay, made it as null. So now, observe this one here. When coming to the lookup association, whenever you are going to be making that association between the 2 objects by using that lookup association, it is providing the various functionalities like whenever you are deleting the parent record, only that parent record will be getting removed, child records will not be get removed here. Now let's see here. The next functionality we'll see. The next one. Now, we are having that child record and we are having that parent records are also available. So now when coming to the child record, upon creating a new child record, it is making that selecting the parent is optional. But sometimes in the interview point of view, they will raise a question, how can we make the lookup field as mandatory in lookup? How to make this field as mandatory? Whatever the lookup field is available to you, now this lookup field I want to make it as mandatory. How can we make this field as mandatory here? Now we'll see. So now, already we have discussed previously, whenever I'm trying to be creating that particular field, there we have identified required checkbox. Now let's go to that my positions. Go to the fields of this position object. Go to that hiring manager field, click on that hiring manager field. The field information has been getting loaded for you. Now click on edit button, change the settings of that field. Now I want to make that field as a required by using that required checkbox. Select that required checkbox in order to make that field as mandatory. Now I'm selecting that required checkbox. By default, it will be having that radio button selected called as clear the value of this field. Nothing but what happened whenever you are going to be removing the parent record, only the parent record will be getting removed. Child records will not get removed. So at that time, in that child record, when you delete the parent record, then the parent record field value will be getting cleared automatically for you. Now, so now here I want to make this parent as the selecting the parent as mandatory. So that select that required checkbox. Select that required checkbox. Then automatically it is swapping that value option from clear the value of this field to don't allow deletion of lookup record that's part of lookup relationship. I think in your database you will be aware of the concept called as cascading rules. The same cascading rules are going to be applying over here. So now, whenever you are going to be making the parent record field as mandatory, then selecting the parent as mandatory, then it is going to be selecting an option, don't allow deletion of the lookup record that's part of lookup relationship. Nothing but what happened, whenever you are going to be making that lookup field as mandatory in the lookup relationship, whenever you are trying to be deleting the parent record, if the parent is associated with any child, it won't allow you to delete the parent record. So now, first of all, we have to remove the child records, then only we can able to delete the parent record. Or we have to move the parent of the child records to somebody else, and then we can able to remove that parent record. This is the functionality given by the self-hosted by default. Now, let's save this one. Now, let's make this functionality here. Refresh this one. Now it is going to be displaying that hiring manager field as mandatory field to you. Okay, hiring manager field as mandatory fields to you. Nothing but upon creating the child record, we can able to make that selecting the parent as mandatory, nothing but the lookup field mandatory by selecting that required checkbox. Now, make a note of it here. The next observation. We can make the lookup field as mandatory by selecting the checkbox required upon creating the lookup relationship. Upon creating the lookup relationship field. Now, so now, whenever I'm going to be creating this record here, now come to this functionality right now. I'm having that hiring manager, Srinivas Vemuri. Now the Srinivas Vemuri is going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates for Oracle developer position. Nothing but one child is available here. Parent is Srinivas Vemuri, and then the child is some Oracle developer. Now try to delete this parent, observe what will happen. Click on delete that parent here. Click on OK. Whenever I'm trying to be deleting that, it is giving some message to me that your attempt to delete Srinivas Vemuri could not be completed because it is associated with the following my positions. Nothing but this is associated with a position record here. Now, if the following table is empty because you do not have access to the records restricting the delete. Nothing but what happened when coming to the parent record, if you want to delete the parent record, then first of all, we have to remove the child record, then only we can able to remove the parent record, or else it will not be possible to remove the parent record. Then, if the required checkbox has been selected. Now, so this is one of the observation. Now make a note of it here. Once the lookup field has been made it as mandatory by using required checkbox. By using required checkbox, Upon removing the parent record, upon removing the parent record, if the parent record is associated with any of the child, if any of the child record, then Salesforce doesn't allow you to delete the parent. Salesforce doesn't allow you to delete the parent record. Then what is the functionality here? What is the solution over here? So that what needs to be done? The solution is we have to remove all the child records, and then we need to remove the parent record. Else, we need to reparent, we need to reassign, or we need to assign the child records to another parent and remove the parent record. Nothing but what happened, the solution is we have to remove all the child records and then we can able to remove that parent record. Or what happened if you don't want to delete the child records, then you can able to reassign this child records to some other parent and then we can remove this parent record. That is the functionality is available over here. Now, the next observation, the 10th observation here. So now why it is not allowing to delete is, observe this one, I will show you practically. Now when coming to the hiring manager is some Srinivas Vemuri. In this record, we have observed a field called as owner field. Okay, owner field. Owner is nothing but training Salesforce user, nothing but the currently logged in user. Now, we are having that position. What is that position record he is taking care of? Oracle developer. Open that record now. Now, Oracle developer fee is also having the owner field. Okay, here the owner field is available. Nothing but what happened, both the records, parent record is also having the owner field, child records are also having the owner field. Nothing but what it means, parent record maybe belongs to one user, child records maybe belong to some other user. So now whenever you are going to be creating a record inside the Salesforce instance, as a owner, okay, as a owner, always the owner will be having the full rights to remove the records. They can able to perform anything on the record here, but the other users just they can able to see your record, they can able to modify your record. That's it. They cannot remove your records here. So nothing but what happened, parent record has been created by some other user, child records has been created by some other users. So at that time, whenever if you are deleting the parent record, child records will not be removed because child records have been created by somebody else, that so that that user will be having the full control to remove that record. So now for that here, when coming to the lookup relationship, parent will be having its own owner field, child record will be having its own owner field. Nothing but the sharing settings and the security settings is purely depends on the objects here. Nothing but each and every parent record, each and every child record will be having their own independent security settings. So that here, when you delete the parent record, only parent will be removed. When you delete the child record, only child record will be getting removed. So now it won't impacting on the other records here. Why? Because is parent will be having their own security settings, child record will be having their own security settings. That's what here, parent will be having the owner field, child is also having the owner field. Now, let's make a note of it here. Sharing settings and the security settings are purely depends on the each object record. That is, parent record will have the owner field and the child record will have the owner field. owner field. The security settings are independent of each other. That's what, whenever you are going to be deleting the parent record, only parent will be getting removed, child record will not be getting removed. Because on the child record, he may not be having the access to remove that record. Now, let's see here. So now we are having the parent record and then we are having the child records available here. So that whenever you are removing the parent record, then parent record will not be allowed because there is some associated child records are there and the child records is not having the access to remove that. First of all, we have to reassign that child records to somebody else and then we can able to assign that. We can remove that parent record if it is mandatory. So these are the various functionalities are available when coming to that lookup relationship right now. Now, let me show you one more option over here. So now, for a single parent, how many child records we can assign here? A parent record can have 10,000 power of 5 child records. A parent record can have maximum of 10,000 power of 5 child records. Nothing but that, observe this one, how many child records we can able to have. 10,000 is a big value, 10,000 power of 5, nothing but it's a very large number. So now here, a single parent record can be associated with this many number of child records as well. One parent can have this many number of child, 10,000 power of 5 child records. Now, let me show you one more option here. Whenever I'm trying to be mapping the association, okay, whenever I'm trying to be mapping the association here, like upon selecting the parent record, okay, upon selecting that parent record, it is providing that only the names of those parent records here. So now, whenever I'm trying to be creating the child record, selecting the parent is mandatory, so that I'm using that lookup field. I'm using this lookup field. When I click on lookup, it is providing only the hiring manager name. For example, I'm having multiple persons are there with the same name. Let me show you here. Go to that hiring manager. I'm making it as clone. I'm giving that name as some Suman Kumar. I'm creating one more record right now. Now this name is some Gopi Chand. Now the contact number, I'm assigning some value. And then I'm selecting that location as some Kochi. And the email ID, I'm entering some value here. gopi@some gmail.com. Now let's save it. So now I'm creating one more record. Swati. And then contact number, some value. And the location is some Delhi. And the email ID is some Swati@some gmail.com. Now observe this one here. How many records are available? In that hiring manager, we are having the 2 records are there with the name Swati here. Here also, he is also Swati. She is associated with the Delhi location. Here also we have the Swati record. She is associated with the Bangalore location. So nothing but 2 Swati records are available here. Now, whenever you are trying to be creating a new child record, let's go to that Oracle position. So now I'm trying to be assigning this Oracle developer position to the Swati. When I click on that lookup icon, it is providing the Swati here. Now, which Swati record do we need to select? The first one or the last one? It will be an ambiguity here. So now for that here, what happened? I want to display some other field values also. Nothing but I want to assign this position record, Oracle developer position record to the Swati who is associated with the Bangalore location. Then how can we make it associated here? How do you know which Swati record is having that Bangalore location, which Swati record is having that some Delhi or Chennai location? So now for that, what I want to do is I want to customize this table here. In the table, it is displaying only the hiring manager name. Now, but I don't want to show only the hiring manager name. I want to show the location and the email ID and the contact number also. So that if the names are same, then we can able to refer based on the other field values to identify the person. So now, then how can we display these particular names also here? Now these records are associated with what? Hiring manager. Nothing but these are the hiring manager record. Then how can we customize this lookup dialog? This dialog box is called as lookup dialog box here. Now, how to customize this lookup dialog box to show some more field values inside this table? Now let's see. Now, configuring lookup dialog box. Lookup dialog. Now, by default, upon creating a child record, Salesforce provides a lookup field by which we can select the parent record, to which you want to make the record to get associated. Record to make it associated. Now, when the user click on lookup icon, it will open the parent objects lookup dialog box. Lookup dialog box, which populates all the parent record needs. Now, we can configure the parent objects lookup dialog box, parent objects lookup dialog to show required column values inside the table. Now the navigation. Then how can we configure here? Now configuring hiring manager lookup dialog. Then how to configure here? Now let's see practically. For that, click on parent object name. For example, hiring manager. Hiring managers, nothing but here the tab name. Go to first.com quick access menu and click on it. Click on view object. Click on view object link. And then go to search dialog section. Click on edit a link in the lookup dialog. And customize the fields to be displayed is a table, and sixth one is click on save. Click on save. So this is a navigation that we have to use in order to configure that lookup dialog box. Now, let's go to this navigation here. Go to that parent object, hiring manager. Click on this tab. Expand that force.com quick access menu. Click on view object link. Go to the section called as search dialogs, nothing but the search layouts. In the search layout, you will be having an option called as lookup dialog. Okay, you will be having an option called as lookup dialogs. Now go to that lookup dialogs option and click on that editor link beside this. You will be having that editor link is available. Now it is having a field called as columns displayed. As of now, it is displaying only that hiring manager name. Not only displaying the hiring manager name, I want to display some more values also. I want to show that location value. I want to show the email ID. I want to show the contact number also, so that I want to customize this one. Click on that editor link. By default, it is displaying that hiring manager name. Along with that, I want to show that location value and the email ID and the contact number. These four values I want to show and specify whatever the order that you want with the help of this up and down navigation button and make it save. Now the changes has been made. Let's go to your record. Let's open any of the record here. Go to the positions. Click on new. Select any of the position type by selecting the record type. Click on continue. When you go to that hiring manager, when you click on lookup dialog, nothing but it will be opening a lookup dialog to you. Now it is populating all the four values to you. Whatever the fields that you have selected, those field values are populating to you over here. By default, it is providing that hiring manager name. But if you are having the multiple hiring managers with the same name, it will be very difficult to understand which hiring manager is associated with which location. Identifying that person is very, very difficult with just simply with that name. For that, I need some more field values so that I can able to differentiate that. So now for that, here we can able to configure that search dialog, the lookup dialogs also with the help of these options, where we can able to configure the fields to be get displayed onto the lookup dialogs, and we can able to show whatever the columns information that you want and whatever the order that you want. From that, we can able to search this information. Suppose you can raise a question here. For example, if I'm having some hundreds of hiring manager records are there, will it be possible to show all the hundreds of hiring managers? No. At a time, in that lookup dialog, it can able to show maximum of 200 records. Nothing but maximum of 200 parent records will be getting displayed over here. If I'm having more than 200, then what we can do? It is providing that navigation buttons to you so that we can use that. Or else, if you want to search based on your name, then you can use that search option here. Suppose if you are searching for some Swati or some Srinivas, then you can specify Srini, simply type some characters, click on go. It is searching for those records here. If you want to search for some Swati, then SWA, then click on go. Whatever the records are available, it is going to be populating those records here. Nothing but what happened, we can able to show all the records, nothing but up to 200, or we can able to set the records based on some initial characters also. The possibilities is available when coming to the lookup dialog. Now I want to assign to the Bangalore location Swati, so that I'm selecting that Bangalore location Swati. Now this Swati is associated with the Delhi location. Like that, we can able to identify those people also here. Depends upon your need, we can able to configure that lookup dialogs also when coming to that lookup relationship. So these are the various features available as part of lookup relationship. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the master detail association and the many-to-many and the hierarchical relationship. What exactly the functionality is, we'll see practically over there.